Hi everybody, Draw Ninja KC here, and the order of today is glitter. Now if I had a dime for every time a subscriber asked me how to do anime glass painting with glitter, I'd be so rich I wouldn't even need a YouTube channel. Apparently it's a way to level up your anime glass painting, and I haven't really seen anyone else do it on YouTube, which made me, well, want to do it. And I'm not just talking about putting glitter on a part of the painting to embellish it. I'm talking about every color on the painting is glitter. Can it be done? Come. Let me show you. As you guys know, I like to use the front loader frame to do my anime glass painting. And for the glitter glass painting, I'm going to do the same thing because it works just as well. And for this, I'm going to use, and I recommend that you also use, the Sharpie extra fine oil-based pen. Now, as you see here, I'm making the lines a little thicker than usual because you're literally going to have to apply the glitter around the lines. So it's not like with anime glass painting where you can draw on the lines and then you flip it over and to reveal your masterpiece. This is more like a regular painting where what you do under the canvas is what you'll see after the painting is finished. So very important to keep the lines nice and thick so they provide great guidelines for when you have to apply the glitter around the lines. Now with Rengoku, there are certain parts of him that are not defined by heavy black lines. So for those parts, I use the ultra fine point Sharpie so that even though the lines aren't black, they can still show up on the glass so that when I use the glitter, they don't show up with the glitter. And then after you put the lines down, you can go in with your X-Acto blade and clean them up along with the oil-based Sharpie to blacken the lines that you may have missed. Now let's start with the basic tools you're going to need. A fan brush is one of the most essential things you'll need because you'll need that to brush away the excess glitter from the lines. And because it's very soft, the bristles are very soft, it won't damage the artwork while you're doing so. And you're going to need regular brushes, like smaller brushes like these, in order to apply the adhesive that the glitter is going to stick to. The next thing, of course, you'll need is glitter. I use the Creatology glitter, the extra fine glitter from Creatology. You can get those at Michael's. I'll put a link in the description below. For this video, I'm using the Neutral from Angela's Paint because it dries clear. But you can also use Mod Podge gloss. It works just as well. Once you learn the basic process, you repeat the same thing for basically all the colors that you're going to apply to your painting. So I pour my adhesive into a container, and then from that container I use one of the small brushes in order to paint the areas that I'm going to need for the glitter to go. Once that's done and it's still wet, I pour the glitter on there so that it sticks to the adhesive, and then I use the fan brush to clean off the residual glitter. Very important to note that you won't get full coverage the first time you apply the glitter. So this is me drying the area with a heat gun and then applying some more glue on top of the glitter, and it's okay because it dries clear. And then right here I apply more glitter and then kind of press it down a little bit with the container. I let it dry for about 15 minutes and then remove the excess glitter with the fan brush. I repeat this process one more time until I get full coverage of the area where I can't even see light through the red. So now I am just scraping off the excess glitter that went over the lines that are covering the lines, and I'm using my oil-based Sharpie to create lines on top of the glitter and at the side of the glitter so that it looks like the lines are not covered by the glitter. But essentially what you're doing is drawing over the glitter. So that's why it's important to use the oil-based Sharpie because it works best for that. And for all the red areas of his hair, I'm basically repeating the same process as I did before, which is laying down the glue putting the glitter on there about 3 times. Sometimes it was just 2. But it's important for you to know that before you lift the glitter up or clean it off, let it dry for about 15 minutes. Now I'm only using my heat gun because I want to quicken the process, but you can let it air dry. It takes about, each color would probably take about a good hour to dry. So you really don't need a heat gun to do this process. You can let it air dry. Or you can use a hair dryer set on low. This way it doesn't, blow away all your glitter. Now I'm doing the yellow part of his hair, and as you may have noticed, the lines that I made with the ultrafine Sharpie are paying off tremendously because I'm able to follow the guidelines of his hair without using dark lines, which may or may not show through the glitter. But with the lines that I made with the regular Sharpies being so light, then I can definitely just kind of follow those guidelines without the risk of the lines showing through the glitter. As you can see, the yellow glitter is very light and very transparent, so I had to actually do like 3 or 4 layers of it, but it was still transparent. So if the guidelines were black, it would have definitely shown through the lines and ruined this whole paintings. One thing I have to mention about my process is that I'm very methodical about how I do the application of the glitter. As you can see, I'm not wasting glitter because the glitter is not really expensive, but you still don't want to be wasteful, and you can use the glitter for other projects. So after you shake the glitter off, you can use it again for reapplying to the same area or reapplying to another area, or you can save the glitter in containers for you to shake later. But I'm using the containers right now that the glitter came in order to apply it to the painting. One of my big worries about even taking this challenge on was to figure out how I was going to do the skin tone. I searched all over the internet and I could not find anything that even resembled a skin tone. But a friend of mine, shout out to Marilyn from Instagram, who gave me a lot of advice in terms of doing this particular project. She gave me a link to a website that had skin tone glitter, but the skin tone glitter was really matte. It wasn't very glittery. Well, I realized that after receiving it in the mail, that it really wasn't that glittery. So what I did was I took the skin tone and applied 50% skin tone, 50% silver glitter, and it did the job. It made the skin tone glitter shine. And for the shadows, I applied the gold glitter, the same gold glitter that you see in his hair that is creating the shadows in his hair. I applied that to the skin tone, and that created the shadows for his face. They made the skin tone darker, and it gave it that glittery look, and it definitely created a nice shadowy effect for his face. Now, one of the important things to notice or to remind you of is that when the glitter goes on, sometimes it may cover the lines. And I thought I recorded this, but I guess I didn't press the record button. But after the glitter goes on and the black lines get covered, you can use the fan brush to sweep away the glitter you don't get. You use your oil-based Sharpie to draw the lines over the glitter. Now the fun finishing part is really cool. So now we have the frame that this thing came in, and we're going to put it back into the frame. We're going to take the black backing that came with the frame, and we're going to cut a white backing to shape. This way we know the white backing fits perfectly into the frame. And we're doing a white backing because although the glitter is opaque and a lot of it did go down very nicely, there's still a bit of transparency. So with the white backing, the white actually adds to the glitter and makes the colors look more solidly put down. So you put the white board now, this is bristle board that I'm using, you put that back into the frame as a backing, and then you put your masterpiece let's just take a minute here and enjoy the slow movements of the masterpiece going into the frame. And then when we're back, now that you fit it in the frame and it's nice and good, that is not even the finish. Now you have to add the epoxy. That's right. We're gonna seal this. Now, like I said before, the opposite side of this does have the same thing that is on this side, but the opposite side of this is not as shiny and glittery as this side. And that's why we're using the side that you worked on as the main side. No flips on this one. What you see is what you get. And with the epoxy, you spread the epoxy evenly onto the surface of the painting and let it dry for 24 hours. And after it dries, voila, your masterpiece.